Welcome to the Nubian Spiritual Warriors Astrology Podcast.
My spiritual essence is Walamu Mudada. And this podcast is provided for those who are seeking wisdom on their journey from darkness into the light.
Make sure that you like and subscribe. Kee2 star constellations. The astrological planetary symbols are the basic language of astrology. The language of astrology requires that you learn planetary symbols. These symbols will assist in decoding information. The astrological language of astrology requires that you learn astrological signs. These signs will also assist in decoding information. Once you've learned the signs and the symbols, you'll be able to place them on an astrological chart. For example, on this astrological wheel or chart, you'll see in the first house, there's the planet or the symbol for the planet Mars. To the left of the planet Mars is the sign Aries. Let's go down to the second house. In the second house, you see the symbol for the planet Venus. And to the left of that is the sign Taurus. By this time, you should begin to be at a place where you can put in either the signs or symbols in the chart if you've been following along. So place the correct planet in the correct house. Place the correct astrological sign in the correct house. So you should be able to fill out more information than you previously were able to when you first began. This is what it should look like. So keep working on this until you are able to complete all 12 houses. Next, we want to take a look at the houses themselves because they represent the area of activity or the domain of life in which the energy will play itself out in. So if we look at the first house, it deals with self-identity, self-image, appearance, personality, things that have to do with self, with yourself. The second house relates to finances, possessions, values, and so on and so on. Now, your assignment is to create a chart like this and indicate one area of life that each house addresses. So put one word in each house. For example, in the first house, I might put self. In the second house, I might put the word values. Third house, I may put the word siblings. but put one word in each house until you are able to complete all 12. And then you're well on your way. Another thing you want to pay attention to is astrological patterns, because soon we will be interpreting charts. You will be able to interpret a chart, provided that you're doing your homework, attending the sessions, and make sure you hit the like button and subscribe as well. Many times when you look up at the night sky, there are a variety of star patterns or constellations that provide immediate information. For example, certain constellations you will only see in the southern sky. Therefore, you know that you are facing or traveling south. This knowledge helped ancient sailors navigate the sea. Also, certain constellations were only seen during the summer or fall. This provided information about the seasons. Likewise, there are certain patterns in an astrological chart that provides information about character traits. And this will be very helpful as you begin to interpret charts. So you begin to star track and read charts yourself. So we're coming close to that point, provided that you're doing your studying, provided that you are coming to the sessions regularly on Friday, provided that you are hitting the like and subscribe button so you will have access to any of the sessions that you may have missed. Planets are evenly scattered, or this is the splash pattern. The planets are evenly scattered throughout the houses, with 1 to 2 planets in each house. There are less than 4 empty houses. This person has a great deal of versatility and has a Gemini nature. The challenge is to focus this vast energy. The splash. The bow. All the planets are within a 180-degree range of each other. Sometimes it is 190 degrees. It is a self-contained energy that is comfortable in the hemisphere that the planets are in. However, the individual will focus on the void areas. Excuse me. Excuse me. Of life that doesn't have any natal planets. Therefore, the individual has a certain sensitivity to the area of life or people that may be lacking in some form or the other. The fan pattern. All planets except for one is within 120 to 140 degree range of each other. The single planet or handle is at least 60 degrees from the other planets. It is also opposite of at least one planet in the group. The handle or single planet is a source of support or nutrients or nurturing for the individual. It is like a safety blanket and provides comfort. Similar to a fan's handle, it controls the action or direction of the energy. The fan. Bucket. The bucket is a pattern similar to a fan, the handle being 1 or 2 planets in at least 30 degrees from the planets in the bowl and opposite a planet in the bowl. The energy is channeled through the handle of the planet. Unlike the fan, the handle is not a point of support or nourishment. It is a focal point to release the energy or the expression of the energy. Marilyn Monroe was President Kennedy's secret lover. However, it was one of the worst kept secrets in the country. Notice, they both have a similar chart pattern. The majority of their planets are in the upper hemisphere, which indicates a public life and a certain emotional and psychological experience. This can attribute to their emotional and psychological ties to each other. The ability to identify chart patterns can reveal a host of information prior to a detailed analysis. Now, later on, we will be doing detailed analysis. But some of this information right here will give you, it's like scanning when you're reading a book and you just scan through the book to get a feel of what the book is about. So the information I'm providing to you is just like if you pick up a book you haven't seen before and you scan through the book, look at the pictures, look at the boldface print, look at some of the picture captions and things of that nature so you can get a feel what the book is about. That's where we're at right now in star tracking or reading the chart. I'm giving you the tools that will help you scan. The locomotive pattern. All the planets are within 240 degrees of each other. The planets that are in the engine and caboose position are 120 degrees apart. The individual is a self-driven and motivated person. The engine of a locomotive is the first planet that crosses the ascendant, moving clockwise. The house position and planet are key factors. Also, the midpoint of the trine between the empty houses are driving the engine forward, creating great ambition. The locomotive. The seesaw pattern. The planets are divided in two distinct groups. The groups are at least 60 degrees apart on both sides. The individual have a Libra-like tendency in relationships. There is an internal need to balance the opposite side of the individual's personality. The seesaw. The bundle. All the planets are within a trine or 120 degrees of each other. The range can be as far as 130 degrees. The bundle's personality focuses his or her energy in certain areas of life. It is normally reflected by the sign in the house of the planets. The person has limited overall perspective, but has the ability to master the area of his or her focus. The first overall leading planet above the ascendant often provides the energy to be manifested. It is reflected at the midpoint opposite the bundle center. The bundle. The tripod. The planets are divided into three groups, with each group about 60 degrees from each other. The person is a unique individual who has the confidence to follow his or her own path. The tripod. The next tools that you need to be familiar with are aspects. They will also help in scanning quickly or decoding a chart without going into a detailed analysis. Aspects primarily means relationships or energy patterns. and often it relates to sacred geometry. Let's begin with the conjunction. An astrological conjunction means that two or more planets are within the range of 0 to 5 degrees of each other. Normally, the planets are in the same house as well. Some astrologers use a larger range, such as 0 to 10 degrees. The closer the orb means the communication is stronger and clearer. The planets vibrationally communicate with each other. This communication is influenced by the sign, the house, and the element the planets are in. A conjunction is the beginning of the journey or a story to be decoded. Sextile. An astrological sextile means that two or more planets are 60 degrees from each other. Normally, the planets are one house away from each other, as you can see in the example. The tighter the orb to 60 degrees means the communication is stronger and clearer. The planets vibrationally communicate with each other. This communication is influenced by the sign, the house, and the element that the planets are in. A sextile provides information regarding the status of the journey or story being told. Sextile. An astrological square means that two planets are 90 degrees from each other. Normally, the planets are two houses away from each other. The tighter the orb to 90 degrees means the communication is stronger and clearer. The planets vibrationally communicate with each other. This communication is influenced by the sign, the house, and the element that the planets are in. A square represents the first sign of tension or conflict along the journey or story that began with the conjunction. Trine. An astrological trine means that two planets are 120 degrees from each other. Normally, the planets are three houses apart. The tighter the orb to 120 degrees means the communication is stronger and clearer. The planets vibrationally communicate with each other. This communication is influenced by the sign, the house, and the element that the planets are in. A trine provides flowing communication between the planets. A trine can also indicate the progress of the journey that began with the conjunction. Opposition. An astrological opposition means that two planets are 180 degrees from each other, which is illustrated in the picture. Normally, the planets are in opposite houses. The tighter the orb to 180 degrees means the communication is stronger and clearer. The planets vibrationally communicate with each other. This communication is influenced by the sign, the house, and the element that the planets are in. An opposition represents the second sign of tension or conflict along the journey that began with the conjunction. Make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel. It is greatly appreciated.
Assume the position. It may be with your feet flat on the floor and your spine erect. It may be in a yoga position. Whatever position you assume, your spine is erect. Now gently close your eyes, for you are going on an inner journey. And this inner journey begins with the breath. So as you inhale, earth energy comes up through the center of your feet, through the center of your body, to the top of your head. And on exhalation, it showers out the top of your head like a fountain, returning to the earth. Again, on inhalation, earth energy comes up through the center of your feet, through the center of your body to the top of your head. And on exhalation, this energy showers out the top of your head like a fountain.
Make sure that you like and subscribe to this podcast. Kee2 Star Constellations. Kee2 Star Constellations is a family affair. As a family or an individual, learn the ancient science of astronomy, astrology, numerology, and sacred geometry. The lessons are basic and engaging for all ages. They are insightful and empowering. Kee2 Star Constellations.